Up in our second semi-final. Let's have a look at the sides.
Yeah, well, England take on Manly in the second semi-final. Let's have a look at the England side now. It's brimming with 5 internationals in their team. What they did, they picked one player from each Super League club. That might, team harmony might not be what you think. Danny Orr's the fullback. Horn is number 2. Smythe, Cantillon, Gilmore. Keith Sheen is a very strong running centre. Watch out for him. Andy Farrell's been around for a long time. He's the captain. St Hillier, Ellis and Brocklehurst also are their players. And the Manly side, they've done pretty well in their 3 games. 2 of them they won in extra time. They line it this way: Sam Murphy, Jason King, Steve Menzies, Tony Jensen back from injury, had a great trial last week. Watch out for him. Scott Donald from Parramatta, Luke Dawn, Ben Walker back from Leeds, Hopewadi, McGuinness, Watmo. Who will it be, England or the Eagles?
Well, Manly have a good tradition in sevens football. Yep. They've won 3 titles. The Englishmen have had some success back in '92 when the Wigan club side was successful that year. Let's have a look at the highlights of our second semi.
The Andy Farrell-led English side had cruised into the semi-finals, and a high shot early by Manly handed the visitors an early lead.
And the tackle is high, so they take the tap, England, and it's out to Cantillon and along to Senior. And Senior's big, and he's hard to stop, and he's over the top of Luke Dawn, and also taking out of the game Kevin McGuinness as he went over.
And that's the reason they had another set of 6, a high tackle on Farrell. And Keith Senior, here's a quality player. Big strapping centre, too strong for Luke Dawn.
A Sea Eagles new recruit made it look easy, levelling the scores up at 4-all.
Walker gets the ball away. Here's McGuinness. McGuinness loves this type of football. Goes in looking for it, comes up with a 4-pointer.
Yeah, nice persistent play there by the Manly side. Plenty of ball passing, changing angles. Ben Walker highly involved, and McGuinness, that's the reason the Manly club bought him, to score tries.
It was McGuinness out in the open again a short time later.
McGuinness scampers away from dummy half. Explosive speed off the mark. Support coming up. Probably chose to go the wrong way.
Quick to seize the opportunity, England cross next just before the break.
Cantillon will go through, and Cantillon scores from England from dummy half.
Trailing 10-4 early in the second half, Manly took no time to level things up.
Walker's linked up with Murphy. Murphy's inside the 10. Murphy is up against the uprights. Claiming a try, Bill Harrigan points to the spot.
Then the second high shot of the game, and this one more serious.
And then drops the ball down for the number 7, who's taken a very heavy hit, Ben Walker. It's play on the call, Farrell.
Well, the crowd aren't happy, but again, Bill Harrigan was in good position to rule that this was across the shoulder, across the chest of Ben Walker.
There's a very heavy hit by Andy Farrell.
As his worried brothers Chris and Shane watched on, big brother Ben was stretchered off. No penalty, and when Phil Cantillon found some room, he was over for his second.
And Cantillon scores beneath the uprights.
Steve Menzies found the line with a pass, and things were desperate for Manly. Out of their reach when Andy Farrell brushed off some flimsy defence.
And breaking away from Watmouth's tackle, and away he goes. Andy Farrell goes in to score.
Despite McGuinness crossing for his second in the closing stages, England were home 22-14.
England really have added to the international flavour of this cup competition, but off-field, Paul, you've got an update on Ben Walker's condition?
Yes, I rang our chief executive, spoke to Ian Thompson. Ben Walker's been taken to hospital. It's all precautionary. They feel as though there's no neck injury or his limbs are okay. He's been heavily concussed, that is for sure. He was in Gaga land for quite a long time. They took him to St Vincent's Hospital, and he might even stay in overnight. But look, legitimate tackle. Andy Farrell's, he must be 15.5, 16 stone. He's come over the top, and I think the damage was done when Ben Walker's head actually hit the turf. It was around, and look, they're a very close family. Shane, Chris, and their father Gary would be watching up there in Queensland at his pub. I think Ben's going to be okay, mate. He said he's in hospital resting comfortably, and he'll be right in a couple of days.
Yeah, good news. And Ben Walker, real acquisition too. He was the leading point scorer in the NRL 2001.
Well, he scored nearly 300 points for us in the year 2000 when we had a pretty ordinary side. The Northern Eagles didn't do that well that year in the comp. He scored 18 and 19 tries, kicked plenty of goals, and we're hoping he can do the same again this year.